Mike xin mến chào quý khán giả của đài VAE Live. Thưa quý khán giả, đây là chương trình Sức khỏe gia đình và chương trình này được bảo trợ với VAE Marketing của máy KHOTO thưa quý khán giả. Và hôm nay đến với chương trình là bác sĩ Trung Ha. Bác sĩ Trung Ha nói tiếng Việt không được rành lắm và Micah cũng hạn chế về tiếng Việt cũng không được nhiều, thành thử Micah có thể là làm chương trình này với bác sĩ Trung Ha qua tiếng Anh thưa quý khán giả. Hello, would you please say hello to the VAE Live Media?
Hi everyone at VAE Live Media, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to be on this this show to introduce what I believe pain medicine is and how do we optimize our life to live a more better and functional life.
So today we're so happy that you join us today and give our audience a little more information about pain, right? Because we all live through it, and we all have pain one way or another, and you are a pain doctor.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Could you please tell the audience a little bit about yourself and your background and your medical background, please?
Absolutely. So my name is Trung Ha. I'm an interventional pain and sports physician. I went to college in UT Austin, and I did my residency in physical medicine and rehabilitations, and have a passion for sports medicine. I went on to do an interventional pain fellowship at the Cleveland Clinic Foundations, and there I learned how to do interventional pain procedures to help folks with pain, in addition to just medications, physical therapy, and nutrition.
Wow, and this is your flyer. This is all the information about your practice. So tell us a little more about your educations and then your achievement. A little more detail of your schooling and your achievement.
Absolutely. So I graduated from the Cleveland Clinic Foundation 2017. After that, I got a job at a hospital, and fortunately at Texoma Medical Center in Denison, Texas, I was given an opportunity to kind of develop a pain program there. And putting that together was a very fascinating and rewarding experience. So how do you create a program? So my focus was a little bit different from other practice out there, I believe. I focus on the basic of living, which is like I focus on aggressive lifestyle modification as the foundation to pain treatment. So what happens is when a patient comes through our door, we make sure that they get on an anti-inflammatory, antioxidant food plan. After that, we'll assess them and kind of educate them what they need to do in terms of getting their life back physically, retrain their muscle, retrain their physical functions. And when that is achieved and the patient buy into the program, then we start looking at what medication they're on, what is working, what's not working, and we adjust that to I guess peel it off or make adjustment as needed. And once that's done, we do diagnostic imaging. Pretty much every patient is new. We do diagnostic imaging if needed. If they have reason one, then we'll look at it and then explain to the patient what's going on with them, why they're hurting certain ways, and what can they do on their part in terms of helping themselves. And then I'll tell them what I can do on our part to help them. Together, we can be an effective team in getting them better and improve their pain and quality of life.
Wow, it's such a young age and a young doctor, but you have accomplished quite a bit of your education, and now that you have your own practice, right?
Absolutely.
And now tell us where your practice is located at.
So I work at the Texoma for 2 years, and the approach of pain is holistic, and it's it just blows my mind how effective it is. Change people's lives, help people walk again, help people live better, they feel better. So I was there, so I was thinking, how can I expand this concept, this ideas to the community? And the way healthcare is going and the way pain medicine is, having this opportunity to kind of expand this idea is what I'm seeking for. So decided to open my own practice. That's the only way you can be advocate this and teach patients or the community how to live healthier. So I started my own practice, and actually it's about 2.5 months now. Started in August 2019.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much. And it's located in Irving, Texas. And I choose that location because Vietnamese, born in Vietnam, came here when I was around 4 years old, and I'm very interested in helping our community in terms of knowing what pain is and how to improve their lives. And that location can be accessible by people within the Dallas Metroplex.
Right,
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
Okay, and your company name, is, your practice, your clinic is
Quantum Pain and Sports Medicine.
Yes. Mike xin cáo lỗi không có đem mắt kiến nên không thấy rõ. It's called Quantum Pain and Sport Medicine, and so this is the flyer that got your pictures in the front and a little your education background, and then would you please tell us on your procedure, on your pain procedures and all of this on the flyers?
Absolutely. So in terms of treating pain, like we discussed earlier, focused on healthy living first, exercise, and then the next step up is we provide medications like non-opioid pharmacology to focus to decrease on inflammation, help with the muscle spasm, and even topical analgesic to help with topical pain. And once the medications and the lifestyle is achieved, if the patient doesn't get better, we can also add in a little bit therapy, physical therapy, to help them retrain their muscle and deconditioning. And we'll reevaluate them again. If they don't get better, depending on the region of the pain and what the outcome is, we can introduce pain procedures. And there's tons of pain procedures that we do depending on where it is. But then we want to be high yield and focused. And what I do in our clinic is that we have a C-arm. It's a mobile X-ray machine that help us localize the anatomy, bony anatomy, and help us do image-guided injections. And what that's saying is very accurate, and the technique that we train at the Cleveland Clinic is very efficient and accurate and very safe. So my goal is to provide quality care and safe medicine and a lot of education so that people understand what we're doing, how to improve them, get them better in the long run, not just short-term pain relief. So basic procedures include like cervical, thoracic, lumbar, epidural steroid injections, just like how they happen. Giống như có bầu rồi xong rồi chích thuốc tê để đẻ epidural, but this time you do with a image guided, and a lot of, and then so joint wise, chúng có thể chích thuốc vô trong cái khớp xương, bị phong thấp khớp xương, and but không phải chích không cũng được, mà mình dùng cái máy để mà you see the contrast. Make sure you're inside the joint.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure it's accurate because
cái máy nó có thể là thấy cái mũi kim nó đến chỗ nào.
Yeah. Thì cái máy nó có thể là nó cho mình, nó biết xương mình ở đâu. Xong cái mình dùng cái anatomy đó, xong nó cái dùng cái mũi kim mình bỏ vô mình vô tới trong cái joint, xong cái mình bỏ contrast. Xong contrast nhưng mà ở trong cái joint nó ra cái pattern, the contrast pattern. That you're like, okay, now I'm inside the joint. Cho nên cái inject mình có confidence.
So you know exactly where to go and right to the area.
Yes, like I'm pretty sure a lot of our audience have knee pain, for example, and they go to their primary care doctors or any other doctors, and they just do an injection. Why don't you sit down? I'll just inject you. And then oftentimes you're not sure if you're in it or not. Most of the time it's in it, but there's a few occasions it's not in it. As patients, when it's not working, you're like, oh, did I get the right injection? I heard when I got injected. But
so you know exactly where to treat the pain.
Yes.
Okay. So I see down here you do a lot of like the shoulder, the wrist, the hips, in all part of the body wherever that needed the treatment. So I know that before with all the people my age and over, we constantly in pain. So what is that we need to do to prevent this?
Okay.
How do we prevent it, and how do we treat it, and how do we so that we don't have to live in this situation? So tell us a little bit about the prevention first.
Okay. So Micah, you're very young, so I don't know why you say I'm our age.
Well, thank you.
But so prevention, like we mentioned earlier. So even at this stage of my life, I started to do stuff to help prevent me from getting, not only being in pain, but my health, my quality of life, because we all work hard. How do we live good and enjoy the fruit of our labor, right? So what I tend to do, and I tend to recommend everyone, is that, you know, you eat healthy. What are some things to eat healthy of? First of all, you gotta avoid things that can cause inflammations. So especially if you're in pain, you wanna avoid that. You know, it's like thuốc độc, ăn đồ that cause inflammation. You drink that every day, it's gonna hurt you. For example, sugar product. Sugar product is one of the most, you know, I guess it's very inflammatory to your body. So a lot of people don't know what sugar products are. You know, anything that's sweet. And they carbonated, even like artificial sweetener.
So the sugar is one of the factors that cause the pains.
It can cause inflammation.
Inflammation là sưng, right?
Yeah, bị sưng.
Sưng khớp xương hay là sưng bắp thịt?
Sưng khớp xương nhiều hơn.
Okay.
But just let's say you, if someone drink like maybe 3 to 5 Coke a day.
Yeah.
First of all, it's calories that you don't want. You get your body physique changed, and you have a lot of unwanted subcutaneous tissue, and then you get inflammation. So sugar is one. The other one is like fried food or processed food.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, fried food or processed food.
Yes. Yeah.
And then smoking and drinking, all those are inflammatory. If you can just cut that out, first of all, you feel healthier. Your mind is sharper.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't feel lethargic, fatigue.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Now let's talk about what we can eat, right? Mainly focusing a lot of fish, wild caught fish, chicken, free gatti ball, that's what you call it. Free range chicken, and you know, like beef, like grass fed beef, and you know, try to steam, bake, or grill everything.
Avoid fried
stuff at all costs. And then you want to supplement with, if you're talking about anti-inflammatory vegetable, dark green vegetables like broccoli, kale, spinach. Those are very good.
What about dark red?
Dark red, dark red, as long as vegetable is good.
Yes.
But so there's another component of nutrition. Different color of the vegetables or fruit kind of provide different kind of, I guess, nutrients.
Yes.
But in terms of anti-inflammatory, dark green is the best.
Yes. Well, I was thinking of like, you know, bell pepper, the red bell pepper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vâng, thưa quý thính giả, để Micah nói về chút xíu về tiếng Việt, là bác sĩ đây nói là trước khi mà mình prevention là what is the word prevention? Phòng hờ để khi mà để không bị đau những cái khớp xương hay là những cái bắp thịt, thì mình hạn chế ăn những cái thứ ngọt. Thưa quý khán giả, những cái gì mà có đường nhiều quá thì nó làm cho cái rất là dễ bị sưng, chẳng hạn như nước ức. Too much sugar, it's just bad. Và sau đó là mình có thể ăn rất là nhiều những cái cây trái, những cái cây rau cải, ăn càng nhiều thì good for the health, và cũng như thịt và cá, nhưng mà hạn chế đừng có xài dầu mỡ nhiều quá, right?
Yeah, and you can use spice like turmeric.
Yeah, turmeric là bột nghệ hay là nghệ, and you know, I have to tell you that about sometime last year, I went to one of the store and I bought bột nghệ. And I tried it out. It was kind of expensive. It's a small bag for $10, and I said I'm gonna try it out. So I took that for a few weeks.
Okay.
And at the time, you know, I've been living in pain for years. So anyway, I took that turmeric powder for some time, and it was in the pill. Anyway, so shortly after that, I told myself, I said, you know, I don't feel pain anymore. I don't know what I did. I don't feel pain anymore. Yes. And then, you know, I kind of figured out what helped me, and I couldn't figure it out. And then a few weeks later, that's when I finished bột nghệ, and then I said it must have been
turmeric.
Yes. So Micah đã thử qua cái bột nghệ, thưa quý khán giả, và rất là hiệu quả. And I need to buy more.
Exactly, giống như Micah nói là. So the thing about food is medicine is amazing, and the fact that when you change your diet and you get better, and then you start reintroducing what you used to eat, and then you're gonna start hurting again. So that way, that's the best motivation ever. I mean, you eat it hurts you, you're gonna stop. So, but then you have to fight through that process.
I didn't stop because you ran out. I ran out, and then I kind of forget. You know, I keep on working and I don't forget. But I will be sure to buy it more.
And the other component, prevention, is I think exercise.
Yes.
I think exercise is very, very important. Just as important as nutrition. Exercise. If you can get yourself a gym membership, any gym, you just go in there maybe 5 days a week. or even 4. But
wow,
spend like
that's a lot.
4 to 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
If you spend time there, it's one of the best things you do for yourself.
Yeah.
First of all, when you exercise, it restore your functions and it strengthens your musculoskeletal system.
Yeah.
You walk taller, you walk better, healthier, and you just look healthier. That and when you exercise, you tend to eat better.
Yes.
And if you exercise and eat better, you don't smoke, you don't drink.
Yes.
And so overall, the combination is a good prevention measure.
You have to take care of your body, right?
You only have one body.
Yeah.
You only have one body.
Yeah. So not only that, so you avoid sugar, you avoid smoking and obviously drugs and all of the bad stuff, and you eat healthy. You eat meat and you eat fish. Avoid fries and processed food, and then and you exercise.
Yeah.
So those are the good factors that help for your body to fight and prevent all the pain.
Absolutely.
What about drinks? Not drink. I mean like a frozen drink, like a blending drinks.
Absolutely. Another thing that we advocate in our clinic is that when you come in, we'll give you this plate that has what to do, what not to do, and it's a little bit of educations.
Yeah.
And one part of it is making a smoothie.
Yeah.
We call it the super smoothie or anti-inflammatory,
Yeah.
antioxidant smoothie.
Yeah.
And it's one of the most potent anti-inflammatory, antioxidant smoothie that I can think of. So what goes on in there is unsweetened green tea, which is an antioxidant.
Okay.
Frozen blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. And the reason any berries,
Yes.
mainly those one. The
Okay.
reason it's frozen because you don't have to put ice, and then and also baby kale, spinach, and Swiss chard.
Yes.
And sometimes you can sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon if you want your hair and skin to look nice. You can put a little bit of collagen powder.
Yes.
But so you put that, you blend a big one every morning.
So if you don't put sugar on it, can you put honey on anything to make it more sweet, more drinkable?
Oh, absolutely. You can try honey, but I try to stay away from everything because if you get good berries and stuff like that,
it's sweet enough. Right.
And
okay.
you can even put like pomegranate juice or other anti-inflammatory juice. But it sounds like when you hear vegetables and berries, it doesn't sound too good, but actually it doesn't taste bad at all. You'll like it.
I tell you another experience that I went through for healthy living that I did years ago. At one point, this is probably 3-4 years ago, I was religiously drinking veggie drinks.
Okay.
And throughout that whole process that I was doing for weeks, I felt really good. So quý thính giả nào mà có thể là làm những cái blend, mấy cái sinh tố, sinh tố rau cải, sinh tố trái cây, chẳng hạn như blueberry, tiếng Việt kêu bằng gì, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, những cái món đó nó đã ngọt sẵn rồi, hạn chế bỏ đường vào thì uống thế ra sẽ là giúp cho cái cơ thể chúng ta có thể là khỏe mạnh hơn. Khi mà khỏe mạnh hơn thì mình sẽ là ít bị đau hơn.
Đúng rồi.
Okay, so tell us a little more. So, in your practice, what kind of patients do you get in, and how do you help them to help their pains? What do you do? Do you do with medications? Do you do with treatment? You do with any kind of treatment? Would you please tell people that what do you offer in your practice?
Absolutely. Right now in my practice, we focus a lot. One of my main focuses is actually preventing acute and subacute pain from becoming chronic.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they go through a couple phases, they weren't treated appropriately, and they become chronic pain. When in chronic pain, you suffer.
It's
right?
too late, right?
Oh, yes,
it's not too late, but it's late.
Right. You don't want to get there, right?
No.
So now we have so many chronic pain, like, so many people suffer from chronic pain, 100 million in America plus. So there's not a lot of people trying to prevent acute. So my focus is to prevent acute from chronic. So how do I do that? Let's say you're working in the yard and you lift something heavy, your ergonomics is bad. You hear a little pop, your back hurt, severe pain, you can barely walk, where do you go from there? You have several options. You can go to ER, you can go to primary care doctors, you can go to chiropractors, you go to massage therapy, or you just lay around and do nothing, And sometimes it goes away by itself. Oftentimes the pain will go away after like 10 days or 4 weeks. About 84% goes away.
So the pain does go away by itself.
Oh yeah, a lot of acute pain.
But if you don't treat it, it can
prolonged.
Yes.
And so let's say, so it's good at that time if you, like, let's say you come to our clinic. What we do is we monitor you. When you first come in, you have pain like that, we immediately give you anti-inflammatory medications. And what that includes, it can be like just an naproxen or an ibuprofen. Might give you a little muscle relaxer for nighttime to help you relax that muscle that's spasming out to kind of help you sleep. And also, like, we can do a little topical analgesic. Okay, so that's what we can do, and we'll have to come back in about 2 weeks, depending on how you do. And of course, I will assess you and make sure everything is, you don't have any neurological deficits, you don't have pain shooting down the leg, loss of bowel bladder function, all the red flags. Make sure you're safe first. And when we get your history, your examinations, and everything is safe, then we go on to treating you. And I'm very vigilant during acute phase because I don't want you to suffer for too long. Any day in pain, it's a day that you miss out on life.
Right. So
we try to prevent that. And come back, we'll monitor you closely instead of, like, you know, come back, give you medication, see you back in like a month later. By that time, you're suffering for a month, you know. And so I'm very vigilant at that, and my goal is to get you pain-free as fast as we can.
Okay. So you subscribe prescription for
Yes.
pain. Besides the medicines that help the pain, did you do any other, like, adjustments? Injections or scans to determine whether
the pain's coming?
Yes.
Absolutely. So in addition to medication, I might refer you to physical therapy.
Yeah.
To kind of help get you moving again. Yeah, we don't want you to sit around. You know,
Right.
Get your body moving again, get the range of motion back.
Yeah.
The medication is going to help facilitate the therapy process.
Okay.
And after that, if you don't do better, we can also order like imaging, like MRIs, to make
Yeah.
sure like the soft tissues are intact. There's nothing disrupted. And if your pain still persists, I also offer procedures. We can start with basic procedure. Like I say, I like minimal. The
Right.
less the better.
Right.
We can do like a trigger point injections where we put the lidocaine, maybe a little bit of steroids into that muscle that's spasming. You know, that's for a mild fascial pain.
Okay.
And then we can even do more advanced procedure if things don't get worse. Like I said, the whole time we'll monitor you. I'll educate you in terms of like what works and what doesn't work. And then other procedures that I do, if it's in the spine, which is common, like we're talking about low back pain, we do epidural steroid injections or transforaminal epidural steroid injections, and those are stuff that I will discuss with you and kind of go over the benefits, risks, and alternative to it. But yeah, but like I said, the goal is to get you back, restoring your function and qualify as fast as we can.
Are the injections, how long do they last? And is there any other factors that if it lasts longer, I assume it doesn't last as long if you don't take care of your body or you smoke or you drink, if you abuse your body. So typically if a healthy person, what's it, the expiration day of the injections?
Absolutely. Well, Micah, you know everything. You know, if you need a job or a life coach,
I
know. So like what Mike is saying is everybody know what to do, but they don't do it. And one of the things we do in our clinic is we spend a lot of time motivating people to do what they know they need to do. So internal procedures and injections is steroids. Typically it lasts about 3 months, no matter where you inject it.
Yes.
And now people say it's temporary, but right now our goal is to get rid of pain. Now,
Yeah.
if you want the pain to last longer, then you do what we talked about earlier. You change your lifestyle.
So yes, so usually the pain, when you're in pain, then you go and get the injection that help. But if the pain coming back, then you are doing something wrong. You need to get on the program, like eating healthy and
Absolutely.
exercise,
Absolutely.
or minimize the lifting.
Risk factors. Yes.
Yeah, like me, I'm a bad candidate of your. I lift a lot of heavy stuff, and and I live through the pain. But now that I know that there's injections available, so these injections for these patients mostly covered with the insurance. What about if people who do not have the insurance? Is that something that they afraid of financially? Is that costly too much, or it's good?
So we're talking about payments, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So pain has no limits, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You can be like not the number. You can be a 5 right now. It can just go up to 10,
Yes.
10 plus.
Yes.
So you can wait out, but the longer you wait, the chance of it getting like after 4 weeks of conservative care, you don't get better,
Yeah.
and you keep on waiting. The chance of it getting worse is higher.
Yes, yes.
So it's always easier to treat it early.
Right.
And then either way, you're gonna spend that money, so might as well spend it early.
Hopefully, they have the insurance. And
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely.
The insurance will take care of that.
Most insurance cover, pain treatments.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything. If you you go to a physician or you go to the initial point of contact and you do what is recommended, the guideline, then they should cover it.
Yeah, for like me personally, I get a lot of pain in my back because I lift heavy stuff and sometimes my legs too. Every so often I get migraine headache or just headache. I don't know if I have a migraine, but what about a patient who have like really bad headaches? How do you treat those patients?
Absolutely. So headache. Wow, it's a whole new topic. It's a different kind of headache. If you talk specific for migraine, I would say if you do have migraine, follow up with your neurologist. Make sure there's nothing neurological going on that cause you to have a migraine headache. Okay. And then once they evaluate you, they do their imaging, give you migraine head medication. What we do our clinic to help with migraine headache is that we provide Botox injections per preempt protocol, and that will help with the migraine. Might make you look a couple years younger. That might help with the headache too. So we do that for migraine headache mainly. Anything, but I would recommend to follow with a neurologist to make sure there's nothing neurological online.
Yeah. So scan your head first before. If everything is good with the scan, then you can help to treat the pain by Botox or any other method. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. I know that sometimes I have pain and then sometimes I have numbness. Is the numbness associated with the pain, or it's two different departments?
So pain, there's different type of pain. There's pain from the sharp pain, achy pain. Yes. There's a burning pain, tingling pain, numbness. Those tend to be nerve pain. There's chemical pain. For example, you have a little cut on your hand. You have pain from the cut. You cut your skin. That pain receptor. But you also have inflammatory pain. But when you start having numbness and tingling, those you definitely want to check out with a specialist, or your family physician, and they recognize it, they'll send you to a pain specialist. So definitely, if it comes, definitely you want to take a look at it. But it's a different type of pain, more like when you get numbness, more like nerve pain.
Okay. Is massaging, getting body massage or whenever your feet hurt or not, massaging, is that it's only temporarily that help, but sometimes that when I go to get massage, I'm hurt the next day. What do you say to having so much muscle that being worked on? Is that really bad for you, or?
So it's I think massaging is great in terms of help you relieve some of that tension you have throughout the day. It depends on your profession. If you're a desk worker, you sit around all day, you're typing, you're gonna have a lot of tension in your neck. Once in a while, you get a release. It's pretty good, but in terms of massage therapists, like every other professional, you have good and bad. And if you go to someone to dig their elbow in there and break up everything, it's good. And then you're gonna get bruising and you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna be sore. But if someone be gentle and kind of moderate kind of pressures, and you like who you're working with, then you can just tell them out. You ain't gotta fight it like I do when I go to get a massage, And then that'll get you better. And
watching you sitting here talking to you, that I see how you sit. You sit very straight. So for the people who sit like this year in and years out, it's probably really bad for their back. Are those the one that mostly having a lot of back pain because they don't have a good postures and not sitting straight or not walking straight? Would that a cause for?
Absolutely. Well, now I definitely have to sit up straight now that you mentioned it.
Well, I tried every opportunity that I sit down, I try to sit up straight because my back hurts so much. Every time that I go down like this, I feel the pain, so I have to pops up. So I don't know if that's a good practice. I think it looks good, but I hope that helps.
Absolutely, and we're talking about lifestyle change, eating healthy, working out, and the other thing is ergonomic. Ergonomic with when you work out or when you lift something heavy, or when you at work. And ergonomic is good because it optimizes your musculoskeletal system so that one place doesn't take more of the person than the other. For example, back pain, sitting upright. Right? If you sit upright, your head over your shoulder over your back. What happens is you optimize the normal alignment of the body, and all the weight shifted down to your pelvis into your pelvis and your sit bone. But as you sit, you slump like this all day. Your spine it's an S shape. All the pressure gonna put back in with that one area.
Yes,
so if you do that for years, what happened? You're gonna have a lot of degenerations in that particular area of the spine. And then if all the pressure go there, you're gonna get hurt sometime or another, depending on how long your body will hold out for, and it depends on a whole bunch of other factors. But I'll say ergonomic is definitely very important, and you don't want to do anything in the same position for a long time. Like if you use computer, if you use a laptop, right? A lot of smart people use a laptop, work super hard like this. I mean, it's a terrible positions, and you like bend your knee, the neck down, and you're gonna have a lot of neck pain. So ergonomic, make it eye level. That's pretty good. And I try to use desktop more than laptop nowadays. Now that I'm getting older, and then cell phone, everything has a it can lead to pain, unfortunately. Cell phone, you can have arthritis in your thumb. You use that too much, especially kids nowadays. So we can definitely talk about that, and what profession you do, and what causes and what not cause pain. But I think ergonomic is very important.
Right. So we talk a lot about body pain and how to prevent it, what to eat and what not to eat, what to drink and what not to drink, and how to better up your body by exercising, living in a healthier lifestyles, and avoid all of the preventive way that we can do at home, and also making drinks, eat healthy, drink healthy, and good spirit exercising. And then when you have some pain, then take care of it before it gets worse.
Yes.
And then when it's getting bad, or when go to see some professional, either you or some other specialists, so they can help to maintaining the pain throughout either medications or injections or any kind. I don't know much, but I'm sure that you are the one to go to. And then have to, once you get these treatment, you have to go back and live a healthier lifestyle, so you don't be in pain.
Absolutely. And nowadays the advanced medicine is phenomenal. We are going to live longer. How do we live without disability? And everyone goes is to prevent surgery when you don't need it.
Right.
If you need surgery, then you need it. But and some of the things that when you start hurting already, that's an indication that your body, depending on what you do, if you play sports and you hurt yourself, then it's going to happen because you do high impact activity. But if you just doing your normal daily living activity, living your life, and you start hurting at a certain age, you're like, okay, maybe my body's telling me that I need to start taking care of it.
And not only that the pain affects your body, it also affects your emotions and lifestyle, and you can spend the time with your loved ones or go here and there, and it's so much limitation when you're in pain. So you can fix most of the people pain, but can you pick people financially pain, wallet pain? Do you do that, or just body pain?
I would have to refer to Michael and his specialty and how to
Well, thank you so much for coming and inform us how to live a healthier lifestyles, and how to prevent, and also the method of treatments and all of that. So again, your practice is called Quantum Pain and Sports Medicine, and it is located in Irving. The practice address, your office address is at 1451 West Airport Freeway, Suite 1. in Irving, Texas 75062. Would you give the audience your contact information, so if they choose to see you or to see any other specialists, can you give them a little bit about your information, so if they need to contact you to learn more about it or to get treatment from you? Absolutely.
And so our office is, you can I guess call our office if you want to get an evaluations, and it's that the phone number is 469-913-6136, or if you seeing your primary care, chiropractor, or other healthcare practitioner, and you want to be seen by our office, you just have them send us a referral form, and they can fax to our office at 877-559-7679.
Well, again, Dr. Trung Ha, he's a board certified intervention pain medicine, and I'm so glad that you're here today. I'm so proud of you that you young and you're very enthusiastic about what you do, and you have a big future ahead of you, and I hope that you can help the Vietnamese community and any other communities with their pain, their back pain, their headaches, and all of that stuff. And I'm so glad that you are here today, and I hope that you will come back and help more people about pain and different kind of department of pain. I don't know what else, the body pains and whatnot. But thanks again for your time today, and hope to see you again.
Well, thank you for having me here. Thank you, everyone, and I would love to come back, and thank you a lot for this opportunity to kind of share with you my holistic approach to pain management and how we can work together to improve your life and live healthier, better, and more functional.
Yes. Vâng, cảm ơn quý khán giả đã tham gia chương trình về sức khỏe gia đình, và chương trình này được bảo trợ với VAE Marketing với KHOTO Water machine cho quý khán giả, và xin hẹn lại trong chương trình kỳ sau. Xin kính chào.